group meeting with Brianna, Lori, and Kaylee on 10/16 for lesson 9. Okay, for part 2 of the group meeting, Brianna, do you want to start with number 1A?
Sure. Number 1A. Does it say which hypothesis between the null and alternative hypothesis is the hypothesis of no effect or no difference or status quo, or is assumed to be true? And I put the null hypothesis.
For part 2.
Oh, okay. That explains why I'm not.
For the group
That
meeting.
didn't make sense. Okay, let me do that again. So, okay, so determine the null hypothesis.
Sorry,
What,
we're there. Okay. No worries.
Did I do something wrong? Okay. Should I read it again?
So read part 2, the part 2 of that assignment page, 1A.
All right. The graduate management admissions test is used as an admission criterion in many master's and business administration programs. The scores on the GMAT in the past have a mean score of 529. The BYU professors feel now the score has improved within the last couple of years. So describe the null and the alternative hypothesis. So the null hypothesis would be that the mean is equal to 529, and then the alternative is higher than, so u greater than sign 529, right?
Yeah, so is the null hypothesis, would it be 529?
Yes.
Okay, and then the alternative would be that mu is greater than the hypothesis, 529. Okay, awesome. All right, and then Lori, if you want to do B.
Okay, suppose you got evidence that the null hypothesis should be rejected. However, in reality, the mean score of students taking the exam is still 529. Was a type 1 or type 2 error committed? And I decided it was a type 1 error, and it's because the null hypothesis is true, but the decision is to reject the null hypothesis.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were trying to reject the null hypothesis, but the null hypothesis was true. Yay!
Yep.
Okay. So, C. If the analysis was done at, and I saw that little group sigma thing. But it equals 0.01 level, what is the probability of committing a type 1 error?
And that's always the same, so.
Where did you find that one? I put low.
It says in the text that it says there's a two-way street kind of with the alpha. It means that it is what is it again? The probability that you will commit a type 1 error, as well as it being the level of significance. So it would just mean that type 1 error probability is 0.01.
So the probability would be 1% then?
Yes, 1%. There is about a 1 in 100 or 1% chance there would be a type 1 error.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. All right. Am I frozen by chance?
No.
Okay. All right. Should I move on, Kaylee? And is it my turn to read it?
Kaylin.
I don't see her here.
I don't either.
That's
What
weird.
something has really happened to her machine.
Yeah. Struggling a little bit. You can probably hear us, huh, Kaylee? But we just can't hear you.
Oh, she's gone.
She vanished. She might be starting to try to start over. Let's see. Um. I'll look for email from her.
Okay. How do we re-invite her?
I don't know. I guess I can. I've never done this before. She's usually in charge of it. um. Let me.
There's only the option of leaving the call.
Hmm. She's typing something. No, thank you. Maybe as a midnight snack. That's a big hamburger already. Okay. I wonder if there's any way to pause the broadcast.
Mm-hmm. Showcase questions and answers. Capture.
Well, do you have any questions by chance, or?
Let's see. The next one is if we want to decrease the probability of making a type 2 error, would we need to increase or decrease the level of significance? What did you get for that?
We would have to increase it because they kind of counteract each other. So if you decrease it, you're decreasing the level for type 1, but at the same time you're increasing
Hush, now you're gone.
So and probability for the type 1 would increase as well. So
Okay. One problem I had was on number 5 on the preparation assignment for part 1. Said write down the formula for computing the test statistic for the hypothesis test for a single mean when sigma is known.
that's basic. You know, I was kind of confused by that too, and then I just looked it up, and it's just the same as the z-score for a sample distribution.
Okay, because on the answer sheet, it was not like that. There's some parts missing to it.
Oh, really? Let me